Hello everyone at Enchanted Emerald. This is Melissa bringing you a reading here today for this Tuesday. This is going to be a little bit of a tea chat here with Spirit. So go ahead and grab your tea, get cozy, and let's have a little chat here with Spirit. I have some peppermint tea in my cup. That's kind of one of my favorites. It's my go-to for like everything. Peppermint, spearmint, I just love that tea. So of course I try a lot of different tea though. So grab whatever you feel called to grab and enjoy. I like hot tea. So for this Tuesday, May 9th, 2023, I'm connecting with Spirit to bring you this message today. Of course, talking to you a little bit today, really feeling called to mention that today is a day that you might be feeling the push to really make your move, really to re-energize yourself, re-energize your spirit, and really take time to step out of your comfort zone, because you've been living in the shadows, I feel, for a while now. And I just feel this urge here. We are almost halfway through this year. This year has been about building our individual self and really following our call to live the life that we love and create that. And so why wouldn't we feel called at this point to start to come out of our shell a bit more, right? So what I hear with this too, for those of you that are familiar with this song, is that Juice WRLD song, Lucid Dreams. The lyric specifically I hear is, I still see your shadows in my room, and I can't take back the love that I gave you. And so what I really feel with this is bring yourself mentally about something. This doesn't necessarily have to be about a relationship. This could be about just a situation in your life that maybe you aren't taking action on, that you've wanted to take action on for a while now. So it's kind of like a love-hate relationship, right? Something that you've fostered creatively for a while, something you've been thinking about doing for a while, and now it's to this point where you haven't taken action on it. You don't know how to begin to take action on it. It's now become daunting, like very overwhelming for you. So, you know, it's almost like where you, in this song, it's like they're talking about like lucid dreaming, where you're kind of like walking through your life with all of these dreams that you've been thinking about trying to take action on or wanting to implement and to bring into your life or into your space. And you're very keenly aware of all of these feelings that are being brought up at this time. And now it could be at a space because you know, this energy's been building for so long and there hasn't been any action taken on it, that it could be keeping you up at night. There could be some anxiety associated with it, right? And that's not a fantastic place to be. It's uncomfortable, right? So, you know, that's something that's been building for a while. It's not happy. It's not a good space to be in. I love tea. Tea is so soul soothing. I love it so much. But, you know, when you have this presenting here, this could be you up at night kind of thinking about, gosh, what am I going to do? How am I going to make this happen? What if I never make this happen? Or wondering, you know, what if I had done this differently? There could be a lot of what ifs associated with this. You could be really watching other people making those things happen, particularly around something that's related to your goal, right? So where you've maybe never taken that step out of your comfort zone, this is really beginning to build up to a space where you're wondering if you could end up having some regrets about it if you don't take that action, and take that action soon. Now, I'm not seeing rush right out there and jump right in, right, and not have a plan or have any idea of what it is that you're trying to bring into your physical reality. I think that it is about being mindful of having a plan in place and then slowly easing yourself into that. I do think that it's important to know here that you're not alone, okay? That Spirit is divinely supporting you. And, you know, what's the worst that could really happen out of this? I think that this is really pushing us to really do something to change up our energy, because sitting in this space is not good for us. And so I think that this is really, like, as I feel into the situation, really could be one of where you are seeing others kind of doing their own thing and trying to put their dreams into making that into a reality, and you know, you are perhaps kind of sitting on the sideline and cheerleading them on, right? Where you're giving them the pointers that they need, you're giving them the support that they need while they're out there trying to make their dream come true and make that a reality. Well, I think that could really be a part of your purpose, and definitely is a necessary component to this all, because you're also going to want that in turn. I think that you're also kind of longing for more, right? I do sense that there's a bit of like every day is a groundhog day, right? Where you feel like you're kind of getting up and you're living the same day over and over again, right? Whether it's you're going to the same workplace over and over and the days all run into one another, or they all look similar. I do think there are some elements that do feel as though they're repetitive, or that you feel as though you have to do over and over again each day. I mean, you are very busy, but I think there are some elements here that do come in, that do excite you, that you do stay present and you do stay grounded throughout it all. So those are the things that you need to cling to help you to navigate into newer energies, because there's really a tremendous amount of inventive and imaginative energy available to us here, and it's really at play at this time. So it's about grabbing onto the energy that's available to us at this time. So it could really look like you writing down ideas, sitting by a lake, or sitting by a pond, sitting at a picnic table, journaling, of soaking up the sun, really paying attention to your thoughts and ideas at this time, okay? Inviting in laughter, inviting in happiness, really finding that you're maybe like losing track of time, kind of getting lost in what you're doing, really inviting in this like childlike wonder, okay? Because I'm really seeing this duck spirit animal with this. So it's really going to try to purify your energy a bit. So this is part of the changing up that energy, right? But it's really going to help us to ascend into a newer spiritual awareness, or a deeper spiritual awareness, right? It's really helping us to transform ourselves. I think that there's been many energies here, especially with the planet alignments right now, to really purge the past, let go of things that do not belong in our lives, that are not in alignment with us anymore. And this is really important right now, because that's what's allowing us to then create space for some of these newer energies. And so really allowing yourself to set aside time then to connect with some of these newer energies will then bring in newer opportunities, or have you in a space where you're able to latch onto those new opportunities and say, that's the one, and this is, you know, what I'm going to go for. And it's inevitable here that you are the person that is holding the key to that, right? You are the key holder. And so what I see with this is, to just be mindful that what you are not changing, you are choosing. Okay, so you are able to change up the energy, you are able to change up your routine, you are able to change your habits, you can empower yourself to change your thoughts, to change your life. Everything can change, even in a blink of an eye, honestly, right? Things can happen externally that you have no control of, right? And it can completely change you. But I have a sense here that you are, in fact, holding the key. And I have a sense that there's been many doors of opportunity that have presented themselves to you. I do feel as though you might have chosen the door of opportunity that you'd like to go through. And I feel like you've put that key inside that key of the key of that door is, inserted into that door, and you're ready. right? But I just feel like there's some sort of hesitancy or something around pushing that key all the way in and turning the lock, right, to open it for yourself to go through, right? I feel as though you're almost there. I just sense that there's something that's kind of holding you back. So with this, what I was shown here from Spirit is a rubber duck, okay? I know it sounds weird, but the sense that I get around this is that, you know, there is a new beginning available to you, but there is something maybe perhaps from childhood. So whether this is a belief that was instilled in you from childhood that you have to kind of bring into question here at this time, challenge that. Whether it is something that you have to kind of take a look at, there's limiting beliefs that we kind of hold on to that keep us stuck in our certain energy. But I sense that there is something around our self-image, right? That we are really, it's kind of glaring at us at this time. And so this could really be creating a conflict within ourselves. And so whether you feel as though you don't deserve this opportunity, whether you feel as though you have some fear around what will this look like? Can I make this work? Will I succeed, right? For others, I feel as though there is a specific situation that has presented in the past where there has been blame placed upon you energetically from somebody else. And then now this blame from someone else, because of a downturn of events within a situation where it has failed in the past, has now gotten you into a space of kind of questioning yourself or questioning whether or not you feel as though this is something that can succeed. So this is really something for you to kind of take a look at, to allow yourself to clear that energetically. And when we talk about clearing that energetically, whether that is challenging your thoughts, challenging what is coming up and why you might believe that you can't succeed now, even if you failed in the past. And what happens if you do fail now, right? Well, hey, then that may not be the right avenue to go about it, or that may not be the right opportunity for you. But that doesn't mean that you don't get a lesson from that, or that another opportunity won't be right behind it and in alignment for you, but you needed this lesson to make that next one work perfectly for you, right? So it's about surrendering and knowing that everything is working out as it should. So it's about having that faith as well. So it's about taking a look here at the reality of the situation. And the reality is that you are always going to be worthy, and you will always be divinely supported, right, to be living in that abundant space. So when we talk about our abundance, that's our joy, that's our happiness, that's our peace, that's our monies, that's our financial support, right? So this is a lot of different things. So what beliefs do you hold around you being worthy of this opportunity? Do you feel as though you don't deserve this? And why would you feel as though you don't deserve this? Did somebody tell you that you didn't deserve this, or that you didn't deserve certain things growing up? And so it's about revisiting certain situations from the past that you're reminded of around that belief, right? Because then you also have to kind of send yourself love in that moment in the past to sort of help you to clear that, to heal that, and release that, and replace those beliefs with knowing that you are worthy, because that is the reality. You were born worthy. You know, it's your divine birthright to be living in an abundant space. And so with this energy now, and being time to like make your next move, and moving from living in the shadows to like living in the spotlight, what does that look like? It's really about taking it next level. So what does it mean to you to take this next level? To live your life at the next level, to take the next step. What does next level mean to you? And I think that that's something that maybe perhaps you would sit down and journal, or maybe just in contemplation or in meditation with. Maybe you know right away. Maybe you know right now what that means to you. But with this, it's understanding that you've worked really hard to get where you are right now. Acknowledge that, embrace it, celebrate it, right? Maybe not so much sitting in a space where you are worried about what comes next, but allowing yourself to go with the flow just a little bit. Take a break before you decide what you want to experience next. Or maybe that's where you are right now, but you are worried about what's coming next, right? And we can't manifest great things from that energy of thirst. So really allowing yourself to stay present, to get in a mode where you are experiencing that joy of life and that imaginative, inventive flow. Whether you're doing things that you used to enjoy as a child, whether it's riding a bike or going skating or dancing, or all the things that can help you to change up your energy, but connect you with that childhood energy that will allow you to help to heal some of those things from the past as well. But in that flow, bringing in that next opportunity, or finding that courage to take that next step, to go ahead and to turn that key, right? When you do decide, though, to take it next level, when you do decide, there are 3 key things here that are coming up at this time. So number 1, step out of your comfort zone, okay? And so what is one action that you could take today that would take you out of your comfort zone, but ease you slowly into a space where you would be meant to be, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, how can you step up your game? How can you change your energy? How can you challenge yourself to start to incorporate taking steps towards your plan to reach your goal, okay? And then last is number 3, stepping into the spotlight, because great things sometimes require us to be in the spotlight. We need to have our message be heard. We need to be in a space where we are connecting with other people, maybe even like-minded individuals, perhaps even individuals that are not like-minded, and that's okay too, because this is where we begin to integrate that next level, living in our authenticity into our daily life, right? In integrating our true self, and start to make our dreams a reality, right? And so integrating that into our daily life becomes really important, because then it becomes a way of life. And then it's, you are making your dreams come true. You are inspiring others to do the same. You will find that you then have people coming out to support you and to help to give you some pointers, and then it becomes more of a dynamic of energy, of back and forth, where we are loving and supporting of one another, and you are not living from a space of the sidelines, right, where you're kind of rooting for your teammates, but you're being thrown into the game sometimes, and you bring great value, right? We all bring great value here, and we all have a message, a unique message, unique gifts that we are here to share, and that is what it's all about. So beautiful tea chat here with Spirit this morning, and I hope that this resonates for you, and as always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much for listening. Take care.